Hi, teacher. Good morning. We are the second team, and we are going to talk about Michael Jackson's life. Michael Jackson was born on August 29, 1958. He belonged to a working-class American African family. They reside in a two-room apartment in the manufacturing town in the metropolitan area of Gary, Indiana, in the state of Chicago. His mother, Catherine, was a frustrated musician. She played clarinet and piano, but her plans were stayed by the need to help out in the family with a part-time job. Michael Jackson's relationship with his father was complicated, involving physical and psychological abuse by the father. Michael grew up with three sisters and five brothers. He was the eighth in the Jackson family. Michael Jackson started to show interest in music, especially in kindergarten, when he sang at Christmas celebration. In 1964, Michael and his brother Marlon became part of the band founded by their father, which was called the Jackson Brothers, playing the tambourine and the conga. In this there were also his brother Jackie, Tito, and Jermaine. They recorded their first single, "Big Boy", in 1968 for a local record company in their hometown, Gary, called Steeltown Records. For 1969, they signed a contract in Motown Records, a record company specializing in black music. Michael Jackson stood out among his brothers, being described as a prodigy by with surprising musical gifts, who quickly emerged as the main attraction of the band. Between 1969 and 1970, the band ranked number one of the most important music chart, Billboard Hot 100. He released four solo albums with Motown between 1972 and 1975, like "Go to Be There Ben" in 1972, "Music and Me" in 1973, and "Forever Michael" in 1975. The title songs of his first two albums quickly became hit singles, ranking on the popularity charts of the time. The beginning of his solo career was very well received by his fans.
But your solo career. He has released his fifth solo album of the wall in 1979, which he co-produced with Quincy Jones, a legendary music producer. This established Jackson as solist and in the tour encouraged him to leave behind hangers that involved melodic and lively rhythms. The more adult complex sound that marked his independence, the album sold 20 copies worldwide and peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200. He has released his sixth album, Thriller, generate even, even more profound success. It was released in late 1982. It quickly became a worldwide phenomenon, ranking as the world's best-selling album. At, at this time, Jackson was generating around $2 for every album sold and was making unprecedented profits from the sales of his recordings. It earned the highest royalty rate in the music industry all the time. The most popular song on this album and the singer's entire career, shared is titled with his name. He has participated in numerous charities, especially those that helped people overcome drug and alcohol addiction. On May 14, 1984, he was invited to the White House to receive an award presented by the President of the United States himself. Ronald Reagan for the incredible social work he did and invested substantial sums of the money. The artist even donated the rights to use his single "Beat It" for the campaign for the prohibition of drug driving owned by ad council and agencies. Bad World Tour. He started on September 12, 1987 with an audience of 4.4 million viewers. It ranked as one of the most successful music tours in the story. The tour consisted of 123 concerts and collection $125 million. Part of the proceeds earned were donated to hospital, orphanages, and charities.
Heal the World Foundation and Super Bowl performance. He has created the Heal the World Foundation to support unprivileged children around the world. In 1992, the singer created the Heal the World Foundation to support the world's children victims of violence, extreme poverty, and terminal illnesses. He has participated in one of the most acclaimed presentations of the Super Bowl, being part of the 70th edition of the NFL's final game. In 1993, Jackson was hired by the league in a desperate attempt to avoid losing television viewership during the halftime. And after the success of his performance, halftime performance by major artists became an annual tradition. Thanks to this, Jackson is said to have established the modern halftime show. First sexual abuse accusation. In 1993, Michael Jackson faced the first of two child molestation charges. He was accused of sexually abusing Jordan Chandler, one of the many children he took in at his Neverland mansion. After finding insufficient evidence, Jackson reached an out-court settlement with the child's family, which was paid a substantial $22 million to drop the charges against the artist. His marriages. He began a relationship with Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis Presley's only daughter, whom he decided to marry. The couple decided to get married in a secret ceremony in a small province of the Dominican Republic. Then, 20 months later, on May 1, 1996, the divorce took place without major problems or scandals. The couple had no children. In September 1996, he embarked on a successful History World Tour. He collected a total of $165 million. It became his most successful tour in terms of audience. 2 months into the tour, Jackson was in Australia, and it was there that he surprised the press and the world, but marrying for the second time, Debbie Rower. They met when he was working as a nurse in a doctor's office where Jackson was treating his vitiligo. Jackson found in her an opportunity to become a father. His children. In February 1997, Jackson's firstborn son, with whom he shared his name, Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., was born, later to be known as Prince. The following year, in 1998, Jackson's only daughter, Paris Michael Catherine Jackson, was born.
The King of Pop died on June 25, 2009 from an acute overdose of thermal and benzodiazepine at his home in Bel Air. He was found in this room with no movement in his chest, indicating breathing, and with a barely detectable pulse by his trusted physician, Conrad Monroe. He was given C from his hands despite his best efforts. The resurrection was in vain. Service members called at 911 emergency system for assistance at 9:21 p.m. The ambulance, along with the medical assistance personnel, arrived 9 minutes later, finding the artist without vital things, so they decided to transfer him to Ronald Reagan Medical Center located in the Angeles. At 1:14 p.m., despite the efforts of medical staff, he was pronounced dead at 2:26 p.m.
The singer's autopsy indicated that the organs were in good condition, ruling out rumors of liver or lung diseases that were circulating. Initially, the probability that Jackson's death was caused within an hour after receiving an injection of Demerol, a painkiller to which Michael was addicted in the past, was pointed out. Not many shared the story. Jackson's physician is subject to extensive questioning. During an interrogation, Murray denies the administration of a mentioned drug. However, he administering a stroke analgesic without the equipment that is found novelty required to the monitor. The patient once applied and guaranteed safety. On August 28, 2009, the Angeles County, the Los Angeles County judge declared Michael Jackson dead at homicide. Not long before his death, Jackson has been administered propofol and two anti-anxiety benzodiazepines, lorazepam and midazolam, at home. His personal psychiatrist was convicted in 2011 on the wrongful death charges with a 2-year sentence in state prison.
The death of Michael Jackson caused a stir worldwide, skyrocketing the sales figures for his albums and the Jackson 5 albums. He Pacing ranks #1 of the classic 100 most shocking moments in a music list. His fans gathered in iconic places in the development of the artist's career. The street shortcuts and proximity of the hospital were blocked by hundreds of people mourning the death of their idol. Americans took a break from everything to watch television while waiting for news. A small but significant crowd, along with the city mayor, gathered around the Jackson family childhood home in Gary, Indiana, where the flag was flown and held mass as a sign of respect and honor.
United States President Barack Obama sent a letter of condolences to the Jackson family and called on Congress to hold a minute of silence in honor of his memory. The wake of the pop icon took place on July 7, 2009. The funeral of Michael Jackson has been listed as the most monumental funeral in history, thus surpassing the funerals of Elvis Presley and Diana DeGales. The tickets were given out for free. A small amount was previously raffled off. Worldwide coverage through radio, internet, and television, which had a worldwide audience of 2,500 million people, being the most watched event in history. Numerous artist figures participated in the event. Several speeches were presented by celebrities close to the stars, such as Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, Mary Carey, John Mayer, Jennifer Hudson, Usher, Jermaine Jackson, among others. On September 3, 1999, his private funeral was held in the Grand Mausoleum located in the Forest Lawn Memorial Park's Hall of Liberty Cemetery in Los Angeles, where he was buried.
And there is a video in case you want to know more about the life of this incredible artist named the King of Pop. And thank you for your attention.